Hey, welcome to Loonie Tree. If you've been looking to up your personal finance game, you already know there's a lot of conflicting and even confusing advice out there. In fact, cutting through this clutter and offering simple ways to get started and grow your personal finance knowledge is the main reason why we started this channel. With that said, we thought it might be fun and even helpful to put together 5 of the worst financial myths we have heard so far. I think we saved the best for last, but let us know in the comments what you think. Okay, coming in at the top of our list. Number 1, debt is bad. Think of all the types of debt that exist out there. Credit cards, mortgages, student loans, lines of credit, business loans, even borrowing from a friend. We get it. It's uncomfortable to feel like you owe someone something. But the reality is, debt is a tool, and it's one of the reasons why the rich tend to get richer. Now, debt can only work for you if the money that you're borrowing is working harder than the cost of the debt. Paying interest to fund a purchase for those shoes you're going to wear once a year isn't going to cut it. Using debt correctly means that any money you're paying interest on needs to fund endeavors that are generating a return. When that return is greater than the cost of the interest payments, I'd even argue that debt is good. Coming in at number 2 on our list is purchase shaming. Now, one of the most common applications of this myth that I've heard is that an individual buying a coffee or lunch every day is acting financially irresponsibly. When young people today talk about buying a house and how difficult it is to afford it, these frequent coffee or lunch purchases are brought up as the reason that they can't. Now, we covered this in our budget video. Logic like this just doesn't make sense. The minimum down payment on a $1 million house in Canada is $200,000, and the minimum down payment on a $500,000 house is $25,000. You just won't get there by saving $5 to $10 per day. Even if you save that $5 every single day, it amounts to less than $2,000 a year. Sure, saving that money is a great start, but that change alone is not what's keeping you from your dream home. Number 3 on our list. Taxes are hard. Now, taxes are intimidating, but to be honest, this is basically a cut and paste exercise, especially when you're starting your career. Now, I don't know if this myth comes from the days before computers where you had to do everything by hand, but today things are a lot easier. Use some free software like TurboTax or Wealthsimple and see what I mean. That's a real endorsement, by the way. TurboTax and Wealthsimple are not sponsoring this video. And if you want to, guys, hit us up. We could use it. Number 4 on the list. Budgets are for the irresponsible. And I think this usually gets extended to the financially irresponsible. Now, this always strikes a nerve with us at Loonie Tree. Are budgets fun? Usually not. But budgets are about teaching you about how much money is going where. Whether you're struggling financially, whether you're wealthy, or otherwise, if you're not budgeting, you're likely wasting money. Money that could be spent on things that are important to you and your family. Now, you don't necessarily need to budget for every single penny, and I'm all for enjoying the benefits that come with having money. But without a budget, you can't say that you know where you're spending and that you're spending well. And that means that you're going to miss out on some opportunities. Wrapping this up with number 5. Focus on earning more than spending. Now, this is one we've only heard relatively recently, and it feels like hustle culture. Now, to be honest, I love the attitude. But the way this advice is given is usually interpreted as, don't worry too much about a budget, let your expensive purchases motivate you, and when you're worrying less about a budget, you'll be able to focus more on your dream job and starting a business. I think the heart is in the right place here. That being said, earning and earning growth is relatively unpredictable compared to spending. It's hard to determine when you're going to get promoted or when your business is going to level up. For most people, the most reliable way to build wealth is going to be to save and invest. That means being able to live within your means, budget, and then adjust as earnings come. With the good spending habits you're going to learn from budgeting, you're going to be in a much better place. And without the stress of overspending, you're going to be able to focus and put all your energy towards growing those earnings. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, or let us know some of the myths that you've heard, and we'll look to address them in part 2. Until next time, remember, financial success is about progress, not perfection. Start small and stay consistent. Bye for now.